To Yangon's golden Shwedagon came a man bearing gifts from afar. Johan Fisher is the first World Bank president ever to come here. His presence a ringing endorsement for Myanmar's reforms. For years, the government here spent less of its budget on health than almost any other country in the world.
This is very basic.
This is where babies are born.
The neglect can be seen in this delivery room. It belongs in a history book. Only the most basic care and having babies is provided for free. If it's more serious and you have no money, your life will depend on the generosity of others. A fully trained doctor himself, Johan Fisher, chose a Yangon hospital to announce that $200 million, a mix of loans and grants, would be made available to improve access to health care, and another $1 billion targeted at Myanmar's erratic electricity supply. Large amounts to sink into a country where further reform is far from guaranteed.
We need to begin to show that if a country commits to reforms to the extent that this government has, that the global community is ready to come in and make the kinds of investments that can facilitate the further action on important reforms. We think that if we come together and provide this kind of support, it will create space for the government to continue and even expand their reforms.
Are there conditions attached to this money if the reforms don't continue? Could you ask for your money back?
Well, we will continue to follow the progress as we go. In terms of the area of investments in healthcare, we're committed to those healthcare improvements. We will be working very closely with the government. We'll be in continuous conversation with the government. Of course, we'll continue to encourage very much the reforms. And right now, today, I'm optimistic that they'll continue.
A closer look at the figures show the amount the government spends on health is starting to rise. But with difficult decisions ahead, ministers are all too aware that Myanmar may not have a permanent place in the global good books.
Everybody knows that this will not last forever. One day that window of opportunity will close. But before that things happen, we have to make the most out of it. We have to build our capacity and we have to strengthen our system.
Myanmar's democratic rebirth is in its early days, its prognosis far from certain. By putting serious money on the table, donors are hoping to strengthen those who are pushing for still greater freedom. Johan Fisher, BBC News, Yangon.